Greetings, it's Father Mike here. I have some important announcements for when we open the church and begin having Mass together again. But first I want to express that Father Cyprian and I have been thinking about you and praying for you. We miss you very much. It's not very satisfying to say Mass to just a camera with no one present. So, we're really looking forward to the time when you can join us together again. We are beginning to make the preparations so that we can have Mass together and publicly and here in the church. And we need your help to make our Masses safe for everyone. Some changes have been put in place that will create an environment that will keep all our parishioners safe from illness, but enable us to celebrate Mass together. And so listen to this video carefully. You may want to view it 2 or 3 times. The text version will also be on the parish website that will also lay out these steps that we'll be taking. The video will help you to visualize what the church will look like and feel like when we have Mass together again. First, I want to say if you do not feel called to return to attending Mass in the church at this time, that is okay. It's a decision that each person has to make. The dispensation from attending Sunday Mass is still present. You may continue watching Mass on television if you wish. And if you are feeling ill, please do stay home. Also, people over age 65 or who have any pre-existing health conditions are encouraged to not attend Mass at this time. We have the protocols that I will describe now that will be the first step to attending Mass again. They will help minimize the risk of infection. Please listen and then carefully consider in your prayer what God is calling you to do in response. First, I want to say that the church will be cleaned after each Mass and prepared for the next Mass. All frequently touched surfaces will be cleaned and disinfected, such as doorknobs, tops of the pews, kneelers, and the bathrooms. When you arrive at the church parking lot, before you get out of your car, please put on your face mask. I know that not everyone likes wearing one. I don't particularly like it myself. But they help to make others feel more peace of mind. We need everyone's participation to make it that way. And so please wear a face mask from exiting your car to when you enter it again. Then when you enter the church, there will be hand sanitizing stations at the entrance. Please sanitize your hands. You may also want to bring a bottle of your own to keep in your pocket. Please go directly into the church and find a seat. Do not congregate with others at the entrance. No hugs or handshakes, please. Some windows may be opened in the church to increase ventilation. Please leave them open. Seating in the church is going to be a little different. We are limited to only using 1/3 of the capacity in the church. Only every other third pew will be open. The other 2 have been taped off, as you can see here. These 2 are taped off, and we have an open seat there, and then 3 pews later, we have another seat. This will provide a safe distance of 6 feet between people seated in the pews. When you come into the church, please take the first open seat in the pew farthest to the front. So no more filling up the back pew first. So we have to fill the church from the front to the back with no unused seats in the open pews. We want to have it all full to use all of the capacity for seating that we have. With each open pew, we've marked 3 places on the pew, on each end and 1 in the middle. Each space will be enough for 1 or 2 people. As you can see in this open pew, we have a piece of tape here on the end, there's 1 in the middle and 1 at the far end. So we have there'll be 3 seats for each group. So each seat in each pew is enough for 1 or 2 people. Larger family groups may sit together and take up the 2 spots and the space in between. Only people who live in the same house may sit together. Please always maintain at least 6 feet of separation between you and any other family group. When you are seated in the pew, you will notice that the hymnals have been removed and put away. Use of them can spread the virus, and so we cannot use them at this time. We will have to choose hymns that everyone knows. Mass will continue as normal with the introductory rites and the Liturgy of the Word. During Mass, we will not have altar servers present. We can have a lector since they can keep more distant. Eucharistic ministers of the cup will not be needed since we cannot give communion in that way. Later, during the Liturgy of the Eucharist, please remember that we cannot hold hands during the Our Father, nor extend a handshake during the sign of peace. The distribution of communion will not be held at its regular time during the Mass. It's much easier to give communion to everyone and maintain social distance if it is given immediately after Mass. When walking down the aisle to receive communion, remember to keep a good distance between yourself and the person in front of you. As you can see, tape is on the floor to help you to know where to wait. We won't be able to have 2 rows of people going down the aisle. Therefore, alternate from side to side as you come out of your pew and enter the aisle. Communion can only be given in your hand, not by mouth. Please place one hand on top of the other and keep your palms flat like this. The idea is to make it easier for the minister to place the host on your hand without touching your skin. After receiving communion, please exit only through the side door of the church. This will maintain the one-way flow of traffic that we need to have. However, if you do need to use the elevator to exit the church, you may do so. In that case, return to your seat down the side aisle and then wait there until the church has cleared before exiting. The collection will not be taken up in the usual time. Instead, a basket will be placed near the exit. You may place your envelope in it as you exit. Thank you for your donation. Remember to keep a distance of at least 6 feet between yourself and others as you go back to your car. I want to say a few words about the priest wearing a face mask. The priest will not be able to wear a face mask during Mass. It will be difficult to be heard over the microphone when speaking through a mask. During the Mass, though, the priest will be a significant distance from everyone. However, during the distribution of communion, the priest will use a face mask. Then the microphone will not be needed, and the closer contact between people will make a face mask necessary. The minister will also use hand sanitizer before giving communion. In conclusion, I want to say, do not get discouraged. All these changes might be a bit overwhelming, but they are only a first step. It won't always be like this. Hopefully, these changes will soon lead to less restrictions and a time when we can get back to celebrating Mass as normal. To get to that point, we need everyone's help. That means following these guidelines carefully. Thank you for your time and attention. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me. Thank you.